it was a shock, especially not only that Cam showed up down here and came through my door like he did, as the group of people that he brought with him. That was just awesome, and all the warm, heartfelt feelings that was shared with me at the time. And since then, I've received numerous emails and texts from people, not only here on campus, but from different facilities throughout the state, and it's just a pretty awesome feeling to be recognized like that.
Oh, Jim's great. He's personable. He's the kind of guy that you can kind of joke around with a little bit and doesn't take it personal, which kind of in this industry seems to be, you've probably got to have a little bit of a thick skin. There's a lot of intense situations. You sit around for a while, and when equipment goes down, it gets intense real fast. So you've got to be able to kind of think on your feet and move and not get rattled, I guess. Jim's great at that. He comes in every day, and he's the same Jim every day he comes in. He cares about the guys. He stays a lot and kind of helps them and makes sure they stay on track. Well, to be honest, a lot of people don't really even know we exist a whole lot, and that's because they're doing their job and keeping everything running like they should. So Jim's a big part of that.
Well, the reason I received this reward, I did what I think any human being would do when they see another person in need. The morning that I came to work, he worked a night shift, and when I started reviewing his paperwork from that previous shift, I noticed that there was some indiscrepancies in his paperwork. So me and my assistant director decided, something ain't quite right here, so we thought we might ought to stay over and talk with him that afternoon and make sure he was okay, because I knew he wasn't feeling well. He had told me he wasn't feeling well also that morning.
He didn't come in on time. Jim called him, and the gentleman was really, really scrambled and couldn't tell us where he was. He was on the road somewhere, but really couldn't describe where he was. Jim spoke with him over the phone and finally got him to an area where it was familiar enough that he could tell him, and then he guided him to the med center. While he was doing that, I went outside and waited on him, and so once he arrived, I got him and took him to the emergency room. And he said it wouldn't have been good the outcome wouldn't have been good if he had not gotten to the emergency room when he did.
I don't feel like I'm anything special. I think anyone in my shoes would have done the exact same thing. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do, is to help one another, and that's what I did. But I'm very honored to get a chance to represent the institution that I work for. Because down here in the power plant, you don't get seen very much, and a lot of times we're the necessary evil of the institution. And to be able to step into the spotlight like I have today, I just feel very blessed.